who do you blame for the fall of their dynasty, right? Because I think this is years in the making. I don't think this is something that just happened. This didn't just happen, right? And if we're to believe some of the reports, right? Like, for example, the Warriors were planning to have Thompson come off of the bench, right? Again next year. Excuse me. You had a rumor that was saying that, oh, Draymond Green is very loud and outspoken about his frustrations, and no one spoke about how Klay Thompson was handling the situation. If you saw him pouting on the bench and hitting chairs, they basically said, how do you think it was for him in practice, in day to day, insinuating that he was being a problem behind closed doors, and it was just the public couldn't see it. Now, a part of it could just be a bit of a smear campaign to try to, a little bit of a fuck you to him, because let's be honest, they want to devalue him in a way, right? And for Klay Thompson, you really take offense to that because you got them championships. You were a huge part of that. And, for me, I would really point the finger at, one, the front office, and two, Draymond Green. Because, and maybe I'm misremembering this, right? But to what I remember, they were signing Draymond Green's extension in the middle of the season. It wasn't really an issue. He's gotten back-to-back 4-year, $100 million deals from the Warriors. And to get $25 million a year for 2 years was like pulling teeth for Klay Thompson. And like we said earlier, we're only human. Now, this is his boy, right? Draymond Green is his boy. But when you're giving me a hard time, and we're supposed to be a trio, Steph has gotten his money, even though he's taken pay cuts before. Draymond's gotten his money. And Draymond, I mean, the last time he averaged double digits was 2017, 2018. Since then, it's 7.48, 7, 7.5, 8.5, 8.6. Rebounds since 2017-18, which was 7.6, 7.3, 6.2, 7.1, 7.3, 7.2, 7.2. Not like it's gone up with less people there. But he's gotten his money. And if you're Klay Thompson, you got to be looking around like, wait, what the fuck? I had one bad year. And that bad year was 18 a game? And then you take into account the issue that Draymond Green had with Kevin Durant. I've already spoken about this. I think he has a hand in that too. I think the front office has a hand in that and in the way that they handled that situation. But I think even before that, Steph has always come off to me as he stays to himself, not a super loud, outgoing person. I think it was Draymond for me. For me, it was Draymond that I thought would be able to connect with KD. Come to find out these years later, Kevin Durant didn't really feel like he was a part of the group. And hey, maybe they split the responsibility there, right? Klay Thompson and Steph. But when you're the vocal leader of the group, when you're the rah-rah guy in Draymond, I would look for you to be that person to do that. And maybe he didn't do that. That's why they had that issue on the court. The way that Draymond yelled at him. Didn't resign. What if the Warriors had chosen Kevin Durant instead of Draymond in that time? What if they made the basketball decision rather than the decision that had to do with the quote unquote heart and soul of the team? And trust me, I think he's important. I think what he does is important. But they could have gotten another enforcer. I get that his intuition on defense and some of the things that he's able to do, like passing the basketball, is you can't teach. But let's not pretend like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant aren't on that team, right? You take let's say Steven Adams is in that position. Let's just to throw a name. Someone that could set picks, an enforcer, go get rebounds. He doesn't need to go and dribble the ball. You put the ball in Steph Curry's hand more and in Kevin Durant's hand more, I think good things will happen still. Don't get it twisted, Draymond. But the Warriors front office obviously made their decision, right? So that's on them also. And then you had the Jordan Poole situation, when they could have had him. You also had the front office choosing James Wiseman instead of LaMelo Ball. You could have been setting up the future already. You don't even miss a beat, right? You don't end up in a situation where Steph is in his late 30s trying to teach this 20-year-old how to play basketball, and Steph can't really do the shit that he used to. Steph is still Steph. Imagine how that might have translated the competition of that team. Imagine Steph, Klay, LaMelo, Kevin Durant. We're talking about an enforcer in Draymond Green, and he can help a team. But for the shit that he's seemingly done, even behind the scenes, because it looks like he has a great relationship with the ownership group.